What is the difference? Suppose he said in this way, I waited for you, you didn't come, so I prayed. In my prayer, the God told me you offer first. Do you get my point or not? Then the whole thing is fine. Even Samuel can't say a word. Enemy is here. No, people are despairing. You are not coming, and I'm alone here for the country. So what should I do? I can't help. But, brother, do you know what is religion? Why he fell? He fell because says, I must do it. Christians should be very careful about the statement, I must do it. Christians always have to learn to say, the Lord has told me to do it.
Amen.
Do you know the difference or not? Do you know the difference? The thing's got to be done. I believe if he prayed there'll be two incidents, right? He prayed very hard. First instance, God was comforting him. Don't worry. He will be here a few hours later. Second, God may say, you just offer. I'm with you. Both, everything will be fine. Everything right, yet God is not involved. Brother, what is religion? Religion means you do everything right, yet the Lord is not involved. Oh, eventually, brother, remember that. Your biggest enemy for your growth, the biggest enemy for the churches to build up is not Satan, it's not sin, but religion. Because religion always calls you to do the right thing, the proper thing, yet without God himself. Do you understand it now? Don't you have a sympathy to him? When Samuel says, you do things foolishly, my feeling is, Samuel, you are just as guilty. If you come on time, there won't be these problems. Why you delay 7 days? The Bible has no record. It didn't say why. It just said he delayed 7 days. And after he delayed, he didn't explain either. And Samuel said, so, thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandment of the Lord thy God. He said, you didn't keep the commandment. You know why? The offering must be done by priest. But remember, David eat the food of the priest, and God seems was very happy with it. Sometimes I wonder, God, what's wrong? But God is so frustrating. He made the offering. He made a mistake. But David, in the food that is for priest, seems you're not bothered. Even Jesus was quoting David and admire is right. So what's wrong with Saul? It should be that religious. I tell you, the answer is the same. The answer is, it's not what they did. It's in all the doing, in the process, is God involved. Oh, is God involved in your life? Is Christ involved in your life? Is Christ in you, in your life? Is Christ with you in all your doings? Are you doing all these things because it ought to be done? Are you doing all these things because the Lord is here? Makes a big difference. Amen. What is religion? Religion means I do the things that I have to do. What is God's heart? Do everything in me, do everything with me, do everything according to me, and eventually do everything for me. Here, that's why he got into all this trouble. Keep the commandment of the Lord thy God, which he command thee. For now the Lord has established his kingdom upon Israel forever. But now thy kingdom shall not continue. That's too severe. One mistake like this. Now thy kingdom shall not come in. The Lord has sought him a man after his heart. You are not after his heart. You are after to do the right thing. Do you get my point or not? You are after to do the right thing. You are not after do his heart. Okay, second thing. He's sparing Agag, the king of Amalekites, and the best of the sheep and the oxen and the fattening and the lamb and all that was good, because the Lord told him kill the whole thing, everything. And he saw the king handsome, so he thought I better save his life. And then he saved all the best things with the intention to please God and Samuel, but Saul and the people spared Agag. and the best of the sheep and oxen and so forth, right? And Saul said, they have brought them from Amalek, for the people spare the best of the sheep and of oxen to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God. You see, the first time was very serious. I'll take the kingdom away from you. The second time, God says, kill everybody. And he looked at it, he says, well, this can be the best offering to satisfy God. Why kill everything? You know, for instance, you go to a home. They have a classic idol, may worth $250,000 US. So you go there and say, destroy all the idols. Then they look at that one. Well, if we save that one and sell to the antique shop, so you look at that, should we break it? Brother, I'm not joking. You just think about, should you break it? It's $250,000. Should you break it or not? So eventually, I wrapped it up. So nobody sees the idol. Go to the antique shop and sell them and give the $250,000 to brother. And now, praise the Lord, you have money to build a hall. Let me ask you, did he do the right thing or wrong thing? Even today, you think about it, right or wrong. Do you like to break an antique? Quickly you'll say, that's not an idol. It's a piece of art. Let me ask you, what's the difference between idol and art? You know, once I was in Africa. You know, I usually go to their little stand to buy the little thing they carved. So I went in, that man was very happy. He showed me, he said, buy this. I look at it, it's a man. It's a native, huh? I never saw someone sing that beautiful. Oh, my first thought was, you must buy it. I still remember that because it was so nice. No one can compare this one. Let me ask you, is it art? Is it art or not? You know, brother, eventually, I didn't buy it. I came home. You know, this is a story, it's about 25 years ago. At that time, the verse come to me, you should not have any image in your home. You know, brother, you know, what Saul did was think, what is best for Jehovah? Look, I mean, this is expensive. This worth a lot of money, and should we break it or not? Brother, should we break it or not?
Break it.
Who said break it? Then where's your money? Now you write a check to the church, for $250,000. But, brother, you are right. Break it. Break it. To follow the Lord, many times, go beyond your common understanding. Lord desire such extreme. He's right. Actually, Saul is right. Saul says, I bring all this because they're so good. That's why I saved them, right? Then Samuel's word was so strong. He said, and Samuel answered, said, has the Lord as great delight in burnt offering and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Do you think which one is more precious? To obey the Lord or to have $250,000 come up for the building of the hall? In which is more precious? Samuel said, right, as the Lord has great delight in burnt offering and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord. Behold, can we read that together? To obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than a fat of rams. To obey, to listen, is much more crucial than what you do. But let me ask you, did he do the wrong thing? No. He only did the religious thing. Do you get my point? He did something for God. And on everything that is logical, yet violating the command of Christ. What is the command? The command is, in everything you must have God. Amen. Today is, in everything you must have Christ. When you have Christ, when you experience Christ, when you possess Christ, when you give back whatever you have to Christ, then that satisfies him. Not to do the right thing. Yet, brother, how easy for so many churches, so many sins to be caught. We must do this, we must do that, because they are right. Do you get my point? Now, then the third thing, he tried to kill David to protect his own throne. And the woman answered one another as he played and said, Saul has slain his 1,000, and David his 10,000. I don't like women. I like good sisters. You know what's the problem? The woman talk too much. You see, they cause all the problem. They don't have to say, who killed 1,000, who killed 10,000. You see, because of they say this, the whole country is in trouble. Many times, in many local churches, sorry, you youngsters are not yet women, but be careful. In many local churches, the sister, we got to be, every time I heard it, I know that the whole church is going to pay a price. Because they talk, who killed 10,000, who killed 10,000. The women were there excited, dancing. You can see that. Use a tambourine. When they, David killed 10,000. Do you get my point? Can you see that? It's true. They all use a tambourine, and the long line. Saul killed 1,000. David killed 10,000. Well, they really enjoy a good time because their flesh got released. And now the whole country is in trouble. Sister, can I say a word to you? In your life, don't promote anything. I say this. I see so many churches just because the woman insists on things. So many churches are damaged because of this. Oh, brother. On one hand, when you read the Bible, that part is interesting, right? When David killed Goliath, they call him, they all celebrating, dancing, and the woman, I think, dressed beautifully, right? And dance artistically with nice music. Brother, eventually, they put everybody in trouble. After the woman said this, Saul made a comment. This I don't like. You can see he's different now. He said, David killed 10,000, right? So only the throne I didn't give to him. He got everything. Do you get my point or not? So degraded. And so what? So when David was playing the harp for him, he cast his sword to him twice, right? Is that twice? He cast his sword, for he said, I will smite David even unto the wall. I'll nail him on the wall, right? And David avoided all the present twice, 2 times. He tried to kill him, and David escaped. And this is bad. The Israelites were bad. He was bad. He was bad because he knew God anointed him. Because later he testified, I know you will be the king. He knows it. Yet he wanted to kill the king. Why? Just because he wanted to protect his throne. And I hate this woman, you know why? Eventually, when David escaped, none of the women followed him. The woman only can dance and shout, David, killed, David was running around. This woman says, I enjoy my bagel. Jewish eat bagel. Bagel lasts for many days. They mess up the church. Dear sisters, may Lord give you grace. In your whole life, don't dance like that. You see, it's only mess things up. You enjoy a good time, the whole church suffered. Whole church suffered. But anyway, the third thing, for protecting his kingdom, God, aren't you faithful? Didn't you promise whatever Jehovah says, never repent? God, you made me the king. I must keep my kingship so that you will not be to shame, would you? You understand what I'm talking about? We older ones know what we're talking about. When we first came to this country, our meetings prevailing, our gospel prevailing, our church life prevailing. He doesn't have the right to kill David, but by all means has the right to protect his kingship, because the kingship is from the Lord. I tell you, brother, these are not easy things. I come here, I'm telling you how to be kings. May Lord give you wisdom. May you spend more time to do 2 things. Number 1, be filled in spirit. Amen. Number two, really study this. Get over. Consider not just outward things, the deep things. Why it is so. Why is it so? May Lord have mercy